So we'll call this meeting to order. It is 5:47. Thank you all for coming. Give smile for the camera. You're on.
No, Mark was just waving at me.
Oh. Mark will come in and smile for the camera too. Welcome to our new members, Steve and Catherine. Is it Catherine or is it
Catherine.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, can I get spelling?
Yes.
C-A-T-H?
K-A-T-H-R-Y-N.
Shepherd with no H.
E-R-Y-N.
No E.
You don't know the funeral?
C-H-E-H-R-Y-N.
Yes.
Right? And what's the last name?
Shepherd. S-H-E-P-A-R-D. I know, two of the most like...
Okay, and it's Steve...
S-T-E-V-E-N.
L...
E-W-I-S. Name like a whiskey near Sierra.
Okay, just so I'll have everybody's names right. Okay, good.
Awesome. So our first order of business, since this is the first meeting after town meeting, is we have to reorganize and elect a...
Oh, and we should just introduce ourselves.
Oh, we should. Yeah, I guess we should. Yeah. All right.
Eric Hart.
Good point. Thank you.
And I'm Lisa Hart. Yes, I am his mother.
And I'm Nathaniel Hart. No relation. No. Besides,
That's not what you go by at quiet.
I know. Yeah. So I have all of your email addresses and such, and if it's okay with everyone, I will send it around to the group just so we all have it. I think we probably have all been on copy with some of the various emails that have gone around, but it's good to have each other's contact information just in case we have to get a hold of each other, especially when it gets to be nasty weather and we might have to cancel or whatever. You know, they do post those types of things for the town, but you know, so every once in a while we do need to get a hold of each other to ask a quick question or whatever. So anyway, as I started to say, since this is our first meeting after the election, we do have to reorganize, which means we have to vote on a chairman to start. So I will open the floor to nominations for
I nominate
chairman.
Nate.
Second.
Any other nominations? You guys really, I mean, don't be bashful or
My last
anything.
committee, if you were in the last year of your tenure, you ended up being chair.
Oh, so I can quit next year? Is that what you're telling me, Steve?
No, then you go back to being clerk.
The rookie.
Yeah. When you get reelected, you go back to being clerk.
Okay, so
But
we
that's
have
the
a
way I ran.
nomination for me to be the chairman. If there are no other nominations, we'll close. All
Move
those
the
in
nomination
favor
sheet.
say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Laser shot.
I think I win anyway.
By default.
Motion carries. Last year we had a vice chairman, which we don't normally have. The reason we had it was kind of a year in training for me, so I don't think we need one. If anybody really wants to be one, it's not a bad idea. Because if I'm absent or whatever, you can run the meeting, but I don't think it's necessary. If anybody wants to be vice chairman, I don't.
I'm good.
I don't think we have to have one.
Okay,
It's not
let's skip
just,
it then.
okay, cool. Then the next
long
up
as-
would be the secretary position, which Lisa held last year. And I don't know if she's willing to do it again or not.
I am willing if you guys would like, if anyone would like that to take more.
Basically, it's just keeping the minutes of every meeting and providing them for the next meeting so that we can all vote. So you just kind of keep a record of what's going on. Other than that, I don't know if it's a lot of heavy lifting.
They're very short.
So again, it's
Which is all they actually have to do.
so we'll open the floor to nominations for the secretary position.
I'm not going to nominate myself.
I'll
Say
nominate
something.
you, Lisa.
For a second.
I'll second.
Does it feel strange calling your mother by your first name?
Sometimes, yeah.
Other than filling out a form?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, Lisa, secretary.
Any other
Second.
nominations for
Yep.
secretary? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Wonderful. The next item of business on our agenda, which I thought I had. Of course, you check the mailbox. Huh?
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
No.
We had the minutes that were from we had a brief meeting prior to town meeting that we had some disbursements to make from the budget, some reserve fund transfers, pretty standard stuff, nothing really outrageous. So I believe you all were emailed a copy of the minutes. If you weren't, that's where they are. So we'll just need to have a motion to approve those minutes.
Move to approve minutes of the last meeting.
Okay.
I wasn't there, can I do that?
You can do that. Because it's just a bookkeeping.
Yeah.
Okay. Any second?
Second.
Okay. Steve made a motion to approve the minutes. Eric seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Noisy group.
Okay,
Goodness, it's still 90 out there.
municipal advisor and that was posting.
Okay, cool. The only other items of new business that we have to go for today, there are 2 reserve fund transfers. Basically, the reserve fund is money that we have in our budget that covers unanticipated expenses. So when a department or someone else in the town exceeds their budget that was approved at town meeting, they go to the accountant and she creates a request for us, and they come to us to authorize a transfer from the reserve fund to cover their unanticipated expenses. Sometimes it happens, like last year we had one, I think, for the fire department, they had a pump that broke, it was just so they needed an emergency transfer to get the pump fixed, that sort of thing. Barbara, who is the accountant, never holds up payroll, so people always get paid, which is obviously a good thing. But she waits for us to vote on the transfer before she votes on we approve other transfers so that she can cover all the expenses. So that's kind of what the reserve fund transfer is. We don't usually see these until the end of the year because obviously people have to spend their full budget that was voted before it gets down to the point where we have to vote to transfer some more money. So she'll send around one of these types of forms and she'll fill it out. The committee that's up top, what the amount is in their budget that's left over, and then any unanticipated expenses. So and she'll give a dollar amount that she needs to.
Is that for last year?
This is all for
this-
fiscal
yes,
16.
still
Yeah.
working.
So it comes. So it,
One section.
right. Exactly. Fiscal year ends at the end of 17. Excuse me. Yeah. Yeah.
FY7, we're going to FY18.
I'm a year behind.
Yeah, we're going to FY18, we're in FY17.
Calendar year 16.
So we've got 2 more weeks, 2 or 3, 2.5 weeks left in the fiscal year. So we'll have a couple of these today, and then there may be 1 or 2 more. So this first one is actually for the Finance Committee. We approved to purchase some software for our laptop to make it easier for us to prepare the budget and the warrant for the town meeting articles. It's Adobe software, PDF software. And then we also had expenses for printing the town meeting warrant and sending it out. So those are our 2 big expenses over the course of the year. It did overshoot our budget by a couple $100. So the transfer is for the amount of $275, and that basically will bring us flat for the year. So I'll entertain a motion to approve the amount of $275 from budget line 125, which is
2 budget line.
2 budget line 125 from the reserve fund line.
Second.
To get what that was.
You gotta move it.
First.
Move.
I'm just telling you what to
Second.
say, basically.
Gotcha.
So if in a case like that, where somebody's, like the chair usually will say exactly what he needs, all you have to say is so moved, you don't have to repeat it, and then another person can just second it.
And I think you all were at town meeting, so you know as we go down the budget, each department has a line. So our line happens to be number 125. So this is just moving it from the reserve fund line, which is at the very bottom of the budget, up to our line, which is number 125. So just adding money to our account, essentially. So, Steve, did you second?
Yes.
Okay, all right, so we have a motion to transfer the amount of $275 to the Finance Committee line. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Carries unanimously. So then we also have to sign it.
Yeah, because we're, that's 5, 75, because we're gonna vote somebody to be assigned, or are you gonna do that again?
Well, it doesn't have to be me.
you can just
Review?
sign.
Review and sign.
Oh,
Do you have a pen?
I do.
Okay.
So the next
My broker.
reserve fund transfer is for the zoning department. It's dated 5/30. They've had a lot of activity, zoning, line number 420. Building departments had a lot of activity this past year, so there's been a lot of permitting and other inspections and such that have had to go on this, so they've incurred a lot of extra costs along those lines. So they are requesting an additional $2,500 to be added to their budget, line number 420. They are currently overdrawn, it says here, about $700. So there's no backup. There's no backup material here. It's just this is just presented by
Due to
unexpected expenses by code enforcement inspections.
a number of inspections.
Yes, increased number of inspections. Sometimes if we have a question, we'll defer these until the following meeting. If we want to get more information, we'll ask the department chairman to come in and explain it, or we'll ask them in writing and they'll tell us in email. Sometimes that happens. A lot of these are usually pretty cut and dry. So,
What department was that?
this is zoning.
Zoning? Yeah.
So, is there a motion to transfer $2,500 from the reserve fund to line 420 for the zoning?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Okay,
Seconded.
okay, but just for next time, we like the same people to move instead of all the motions.
It makes the secretary.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Makes the secretary's
I
job
figured I
easier.
was hogging the floor here.
Yeah, no, you're not. It
Okay,
doesn't-
second.
No, it really doesn't matter, it's just the typing, I can just
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 makes it
cut and
easier.
paste everything.
I understand that. I
Okay.
put all the names at the top and then cut and paste out of there.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries unanimously. So we'll need to send that around again too. So as Lisa just mentioned, we are allowed to have one person represent the committee for the purposes of signing these types of things, or any sort of a vendor warrant if there's an expense that somebody
It's the 12th.
has, that they're getting reimbursed for out-of-pocket expense.
Okay.
It comes before us, and we vote on it, and then we can have the full, if the full committee's not here, we can have just one of us, after we vote for it on it, obviously,
Thank you.
but just one of us can sign. So it's optional. It made things a little bit easier last year. It's something we may want to consider again. I was the signer last year. We can have one, or I guess
And
probably.
did you find that you came in able to sign anything?
I don't honestly think I ever did.
Yeah.
So I don't think, I think it's just, it's nice to have if we ever
Right,
needed it.
right.
Yeah.
No.
So,
Yes, if you're willing to do it again, Nate, if you can.
It's not a matter, are you free, sir?
yeah, I mean, I work from home a lot, so I tend to be
Yeah.
in town, so it's not.
And I don't work at all, so.
Well,
I tend to
yeah,
be-
I thought maybe you would be a good alternative, so it doesn't really matter to me, thank you. So, I mean, I'll do it again if it's okay with the committee, so I guess we need a motion for that. I'll entertain a motion to nominate me to represent the committee for the purposes of acting as the signator? Signer.
Yeah. Signer.
Signer.
I like signer.
Authorized signer. So moved?
Second.
No, you so moved.
Moved.
You moved.
Moved. Second.
Wow, you guys will get the hang of it. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Wonderful. You know what, I forgot to call the CIPC meeting.
Oh, I didn't know.
Uh,
No,
huh?
we can vote
Okay.
in.
My apologies, this meeting is also for the capital improvement
Planning.
planning, thank you.
Planning.
Planning Committee. Again, referring back to town meeting, Finance Committee serves as the CIPC. Currently, we voted at town meeting to formally merge it, but that bylaw change hasn't been approved by the
State?
yet. So until that time, we have to formally call 2 meetings, even though we're both just sitting here. So I will also call a meeting to order for the CIPC. It is 6:02.
She said 3.
And so I guess we have to vote for
No, I don't think so.
And so,
I'll entertain a motion to approve the same slate of officers for the CIPC that we have already voted in for the Finance Committee.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Outstanding. Wonderful.
Get him out.
Very good. That's all we have for new business tonight. Is there any other business that anyone is aware of or that needs to be brought before the board?
can I just ask, have you heard from Barbara at all? Does she think she's gonna need us before?
I emailed Barbara and I asked her if she thought there were going to be some more reserve fund transfers. These
When
are
there's line, don't they move money sometimes?
Yeah, she said that she thought the fire department may have one and the legal line may need some more transfers. So typically, as she closes out the books for the fiscal year, there's some money that needs to be moved around and we have to get together for another very quick meeting like this, 15, 20 minutes, just to kind of do that on a bookkeeping.
Usually, I think July 15th. Even
Right.
though fiscal year starts July 1st, they don't have to close the books officially until July 15th. So
Understood.
usually that week before.
Right, so I'll wait,
And-
I'll wait to hear from her and then I'll notify if it's okay with you guys. It doesn't, if one person can't make it, if you're on vacation or something,
As long as 3 of us are here.
As long as 3 of us are
Matters.
here, it could be a real quick meeting. So we probably will have a brief meeting sometime in July, around the second week, like Lisa said. And then we will start up in September, pending any sort of emergency that we need to come together for something like that. So, generally speaking, we meet Monday nights because it's a night that the building is open already. A lot of other departments are here. The selectmen meet on Monday nights, so if we have to go in and sit with them for a few minutes, it's convenient that we're already here. There's nothing that says we have to meet on Monday nights, it's just kind of the way it's always been done, and it seems to work out well. So, and typically we meet around 6 o'clock or so. So tonight was a little bit early, just so we can, some of us are gonna go and sit in the selectmen meeting. So.
Usually the fall, early winter, we meet maybe once a month.
Generally once a month until budgeting season, which we send out.
February.
Yeah, we send out the stuff in the middle of January. We'll decide as a group what we want, what we want to put together for a timeline. We'll probably base it on last year's timeline. We'll just kind of change the dates. And then in February, we meet with each of the departments to kind of review their budget proposals and what they have for requests for next fiscal year.
And usually that, like February, March, April, we meet 3 weeks on before. If we need it. If we don't,
Right.
we don't meet. If we need it, occasionally have to add something extra if we will.
So that's kind of it in a nutshell. Any questions about how things happen or what's required, what's expected? I'll try to keep you all informed as things go along. So, that's fine. So, yeah, we'll see you probably sometime in a couple of weeks, and then we'll be off until probably a week after Labor Day or something like that. I think that's when we met last year to kind of get our heads together and put our calendar out there. So, if there's no other business, I will entertain a motion here. Adjourn.
Move.
Second.
We
All
both
those
did
in
both,
favor?
so.
Yeah. I don't think anybody actually remembers, so
Okay.
I get one wrong.
We are adjourned, both meetings adjourned at 6:08.